if I had a husband who was constantly absent, my life would be dim. Okay, I'll forget about my dreams. When I want to see time for dream.
Oh, I'm not really attracted to my wife anymore. She lost her shine. She's not looking as fine anymore. She let herself go. My friend, if you don't shut up, you know why
You
that's
let her
happened?
go.
It's because of you.
So we stumbled on this tweet that we have to respond to.
Yes, in fact, we're going to be responding to a lot of things because people give marriage bad PR.
Yeah.
I understand. There's some bad marriages, but I can promise you that the good ones far outweigh the bad ones.
Very true. And it's just like there are a lot of planes landing safely every day, but you only hear of the one plane that crashes. Some people even say, oh, if you're having a good marriage, don't talk about it, let it not spoil. Like, if you talk about it to spoil, please. Those of us that are having good marriages, I'm telling you, those of us that are having good marriages, let's speak up.
And also, it's because
marriages need good PR.
Yes, also it's because bad marriages, bad news generally flies. Like it spreads like wildfire. It spreads like wildfire.
Good news seems to be boring.
Yes, but we need to start. We need to start giving good marriages good PR. Because if we can change the narrative of people looking at marriage with a skew eye, when you enter it, you have the better opportunities. In fact, you have a better disposition to ensure that you make it work because you've seen that, okay, marriage does work. So you can't just say marriage does not work. In fact, let's read it.
Let's read it. But I just want to say again that it's important for us to give marriage a positive PR. Because if people enter with a positive mindset, I know that, mindset is not just important, but if you enter with the mindset of my marriage is going to work, I'm going to make it work because I've seen others work. And even if I've not seen work, I'm determined for this to work. Hey, that's a good way to start. So it's important for us to show people that good marriages exist. We have one. And we're not going to back that. We're going to tell you because we want you must have a good marriage. We are having a good marriage and you must have one. All right, so let's read the tweet. So this lady said, I have yet to meet a woman whose life truly improved after marriage. She won't say she's unhappy, but you can see it in the way her light fades, the way she barely exists outside of work, house chores, and childcare, all of which she mostly shoulders alone. Meanwhile, her husband takes boys' trips, plays video games, and remains a guest in his own children's lives.
First of all, Nisa, because that's your name, Nisa, I would like to say that the environment you have, the marriages that are around you, as what has given you this idea. You need to change your environment. You need to change people you hang around a lot because that's not the disposition of a lot of marriages, I can tell you for a fact. In fact,
like I can say that in my circle, like I don't know anyone with this reality that, the husband is taking boys' trips alone, playing video games, and like a guest in his own. That's not the reality in my own circle. We are surrounded by good marriages. I'm proud to say that we are surrounded by good marriages. And that's the thing about having a positive circle. It's like a ripple effect. When something good is happening around you, like it can cause other good things. So people are not comfortable having a bad marriage around us. You can't be around us and have a bad marriage. Hey, we'll call you out. That's not how to speak to your husband. That's not how to treat your wife. That's not the right thing to do.
And you know that this tweet is a derivative of the mindset that, you know what, marriage will dim your lights. Marriage will make you not look as fine anymore. Marriage will make you looking the worst that you've ever been. Marriage is not good. And that's so far from the truth. It's far from the truth. It's the idea of bashing a whole institution, rather a whole system, rather than the institution. For instance, you will never say that
the individual.
You never say that, if you go to a bad school or you experience a bad lecture, you never say, education in and of itself is rubbish. No, you just switch schools.
Why do we do that to marriage?
Why?
Why do you, because you see someone having a bad marriage, you just come up with a blanket statement that the whole institution of marriage is bad? Or like this lady now, she says she's yet to meet a woman whose life is better. Please, you need to meet me and my friends. Because like my life is so much better. I'm not denying that there are women whose lives have gotten worse after marriage.
That is the reality.
Fact, I do know some women, they are not my friends, they are not in my circle, but I do know people whose lives have become worse after marriage. And as I was reading this tweet, it just came to my mind that I think one thing that really helps you have a good marriage is Christ.
Yeah.
Is being a believer, because the recipe for a bad marriage is selfishness. What causes marriages to fail really is selfishness. Just that selfish intent, looking out for your own self.
For instance, like this guy, what will call him out? What system will call him out to let him know this is not how you're supposed to be? Because in Christianity, the men are called to be servant leaders. You die to yourself for your wife.
The Bible clearly states.
It clearly states that as Christ died for the church, so men are supposed to die for. Like, you give yourself for your wife. Things you want to do. No, you put your wife first for her dreams, for her aspirations, and everything about her. So the Bible actually teaches that for you to be a good husband, they will look at your wife first. Is your wife the best version of herself? If she is, then you're a good husband. So you can't be a selfish person and say that, you know what, no problem, everything's going to happen. And to be very honest with you, it all stems from choosing. This man has most of the fault, yes, but this woman played a part in it when she was still, because a selfish husband will be a selfish boyfriend.
Thank you.
The signs were there. You just chose to ignore it.
Exactly.
The signs were there, just chose to ignore it.
It's like from the choosing process, you have to be intentional. Look at this person's character. Look at this person's character. Don't enter marriage blinded though.
Don't enter.
Open your eyes. Look at all aspects. Turn it like this. Turn it like this. Do investigate. Ask their friends, ask their family. Learn all you need to learn about this person.
There's a book I want to plug here, and that's 1,000 questions.
101 questions to ask before you get married. Please look for that book. Download it, read it, ask those 101 questions to the person you are dating.
Ensure the answers are
good enough. Ensure that you are both satisfied with each other's answers before you commit to being married to someone. Make sure you know as much as possible, know their character.
Because guess what? You're not just marrying an individual. You're marrying history. You're marrying trauma. You're marrying mindset. And that is going to affect you. The quality of your life can go downhill based on the person you married. And this statement that she made doesn't just tend to wives only, it can tend to a husband. If you marry somebody who doesn't care about you, who only cares about the fact that you make money, when you don't make money, they're nagging on you and everything. Even if you're making money, the way he's nagging is never enough. The idea that your entire being has to be about my happiness, you don't matter that much, you are not going to be good as a man. You're going to be a shadow of yourself. So you have to choose well. Choose someone who's going to invest in your marriage. For instance, in this situation, as a guy, as a man myself, I want my wife to look beautiful. As you can see, she's looking amazing. I want her to have that spark, and I want to give myself for her. So what do? I ensure that I invest in her. I ensure that the responsibility of raising our children is not just on her. She didn't have children alone. It was not immaculate conception. Do you understand? They're my children also. So rather than her taking care of the children and it's wearing you down, because taking care of children is a lot.
It's a lot. Like
I ensure that I am part of it, because I'm their parent too. She's not just the parent alone. So that also takes some load off. Apart from that, I ensure that her dreams, her desires, things that get her going, are things that she can do, are things that she has time to do. And guess what that means? That means I need to take off some load for her, at very high pressure period that she needs to focus. Also, personally, I have this obsession with sundresses. I like the way it looks.
And sorry, before you get to that, I just want to say that because my husband is interested in making my load lighter, it means he doesn't get to play video games as much as he would like to.
I'm an avid gamer.
And my husband is like, I don't say he's addicted to games because he's not addicted.
I'm not addicted, but I'm an avid gamer.
But probably you would have been addicted if you're not married. Not addicted, or you would have played a lot more games if you were single. But
of course, 100%.
There are many times now. When does my husband even play game? Maybe sometimes when we go to bed in the night, he doesn't have time to play because.
And it's not that the games are more important than my family. I don't. No, I enjoy my family time. I enjoy spending time with my wife. Enjoy spending time with my kids. It's just that maybe sometimes I just want to let off some steam, and they are sleeping or they're not around. I'm alone. I'll just play some video games.
So like. For a husband, if your wife is going to be all that she's meant to be, you have to invest in her. You have to make sacrifices. Definitely, this wife, her lights will be dim because the husband is not investing in her. He's not making her shine.
For instance, there are some men that like how some women look. buy those things for your wife. Let your wife look like. I love sundresses. I buy them for my wife. Do you understand? There's some kind of hairs that I like, some kind of hairstyles I like.
Case in point, this hair I'm wearing, my husband bought it for me, and I don't even know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because anytime I wear this hair,
something
guys,
must go down.
my husband pursues me actively.
Yes, because I find it very attractive. The places you would like to see your wife be at, the places you would like to see a woman be at, take her there. Take her on vacations, travel with her. Do you understand? Find time for her. Like, find places and things that she can do that will enable her be your baby girl. Look nice for you. Like, my attraction quotient has not changed, because there's this mindset that, oh, once you get married to a woman, the attraction quotient keeps going down. And that's because as a man, you're not investing in your wife.
Yeah, you're not investing in
taking
her.
care of her.
For example, I've noticed that the days I'm able to thrive better and like maybe just nurture other things in my life better are the days when I'm not so tired and exhausted with caring for the children. The days when my husband is maybe probably busier at work, or he travels, or it's a busy season for me. In those seasons, like, I'm not really able to do more than care for my children. So if I had a husband who was constantly absent, my life would be dim. I'll be weighed down with work, childcare. I'll forget about my dreams. When I want to see time for dream.
Do you know the funny thing? Men like this will end up saying, oh, I'm not really attracted to my wife anymore. She lost her shine. She's not looking as fine anymore. She let herself go. My friend, the reason why that happened is because of you. She's your responsibility. According to the word of God, your first responsibility is your wife, even above your children.
Yeah.
Some men don't know that. They think that, you know what, at least I love my children. No. If you love your children, you will love your wife, and it will show, because that is what's going to help your children have a confident upbringing. So invest in her.
Yeah.
Invest in her.
Don't fall into the trap of thinking, oh, that person outside is more attractive.
Hey. You know the trap of, company executive goes to the office, and then one secretary of one lady that is there, always looking nice, smelling good, wearing some nice outfits, having figure eights, smelling nice, wearing makeup, and then he goes home after work, and then his wife is there wearing big clothes, drab clothes that don't really smell that nice, carrying one baby on the hand, one baby is hugging her knees, has baby vomit on her chest, or food stains from cooking for you and everything, and then you look at your wife and just like, where did I go wrong in life? My friend, if you don't shut up, the reason why you think that lady at the office is hotter is because she doesn't have the responsibilities that you have placed on your wife, and you are not willing to stand up and co-parent and give your wife some breathing space.
Yeah.
You have not decided to invest in your wife. That's the reason why.
That lady in the office, you're only seeing her at her best.
Yes.
You don't see her in the morning when she wakes up with
You
her
don't.
hair disheveled without
You
makeup.
don't.
You don't see her when her mouth is smelling.
You don't.
In fact, you've not even seen her as a mother. She's still a single girl, so she has time to do makeup. When you have 2 children or 3 children to care for and feed, and a husband to cater for and a home, how much time would you have for makeup?
Funny enough, if you leave your wife and you go with that guy, go with that lady,
hey, the cycle continues.
Will continue.
Get her pregnant, she's going to become.
You know, I'm a big advocate for men to be in the labor room. Listen, I know it's not easy, especially for guys. I've almost fainted like 2 or 3 times. Do you understand? But when you're in there and you see what your wife has to go through, and you see what she has to go through for your family, for you, it changes some things, such that you will not be like, nobody can go through this thing for me. When you see a fine girl, be like, can you go through what my wife has gone through for me? I'm not sure you can, so don't worry.
Come close.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Like, and one thing people don't know is that you have to nurture your attraction quotient in marriage. Like,
you have to.
If your partner is going to remain attractive, you have to invest in them. You have to make
you
them
think the way we look now is how we looked at it. In fact, we'll put throwback picture and picture of how we look now, so you can see the difference.
You'll be right to say there's a glow up.
There is actually we have stepped up in the ladder of glowing up from these pictures, and it's very, very clear.
We have indeed stepped up, but that is because we invested in each other. Like, my husband has invested in so much in me to ensure that, like, I achieve my dreams, things I desire. It ensures that, hey, there are periods of my life where things slow down. For example, when we just have a baby, there are times where things pick up and he takes more responsibility just so I can get things done.
Yeah.
And I'm all that I am because he has supported me. And he's all that he is because I've supported him.
Yes. And that's a very important statement, because some men, where they were before they got married, how they looked, how they dressed, the things they had, is not, they've grown up, they've glowed up now, because their wife was there for them and they were partner and everything.
Now
Definitely
they've
too. Now
one small girl
will now
looking
come.
at them.
They will now go. That was one of the most painful things I've ever seen in my life.
Very wicked.
Where a lady will say, oh, I was there with him when he was growing, he had nothing, sent him to school with my business, and then he comes back and he wants to leave me for somebody else. That's so painful. And I'm going to say something that might seem controversial, but I know this guy that left his wife in the scenario after she has done everything for him. I know the guy is very stupid and everything, giving. But the woman also has a part to play. She has a fault in this, because you cannot tell me that you did not see this guy being selfish when you decided to make excuses for him and still marry him. Nobody can act perfectly, that the person will not slip up sometimes, but you made excuses for him, and then you got married to him thinking that he will change.
Hey.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes for the better.
Nothing
for worse,
changes.
yes, it can get worse. But
Nothing changes.
And if anything,
If bad thing, negative, if while you are dating, he can't make the effort, and you see the change happening. When he gets married, he's going to be very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's going to be very relaxed.
Someone that shows you that they are committed to growing,
Yes.
to being better, committed to learning. Obviously, in marriage, they will also keep learning and getting better. Someone who already has bad character and is not open to learning, hey, that's a red flag, guys.
That's a huge
And
red
also,
flag.
I just want to say that for my husband, I mean, I pick out his clothes as well. Like, my husband hates shopping.
I don't like
so
shopping
his
in any way.
his outfits, I recommend what he should wear. I do his shopping for him and all that. And just imagine, I always tell him that whenever any lady is complimenting anything you are wearing, make sure you tell her, my wife bought this for me. Make sure you tell her that this shoe I'm wearing is because my wife bought it for me. Because his glow up is because I'm invested.
Yes.
I'm invested in him. I'm
100%.
invested in ensuring he's his best. Even we can even say that your career is also because of my investment.
100%.
And even me, my career is also because of your investment.
Yeah, so we've made each other so much better on all fronts.
Yeah.
And that's what a marriage is meant to be. Please, if you are around and seeing marriages that are not working and you think that is it, you have to change
You need to change your circle.
Like, for instance, if you have not seen a good marriage, like if you've not been around good marriages, you need counseling. You do need counseling.
Yeah, you're not okay.
You're not okay.
That's not an ideal situation.
That's
like,
not
if
an
you
ideal
come
situation.
from a place where all the marriages around you are not ideal, please don't just get married.
Yeah.
There are things in your mind that you have to change.
There's something that needs to be corrected.
This is why we always recommend premarital counseling.
Please.
It's very important.
It's so important.
Because sometimes there are things that you may be blinded to, that you cannot see, that your counselors will see and offer you counsel on. It's so important. Yeah. Also, if you're having sex, hey,
that's another blinder. That's another thing
it's like,
oh my
it
God.
will blind your eyes to the person's character, because just the euphoria and the illusion of sex just makes you feel like, oh, we're good, we're intimate, and you'll be ignoring major things that will cause serious problem for you down the line. Another advantage of staying away from sex is that it helps you see clearly who you are committing to be with.
Sometimes
and you need to see clearly.
Yeah, sometimes people will see clearly, but because of sex, they won't be able to make that decision.
Because you already feel
bound
to this person.
I will manage. You know what? It's not that bad until you get married.
This is the rest of your life. Don't manage the rest of your life.
The quality of your life can change.
Yeah.
Both female, both male. It can change based on the person you get married to.
Yeah.
It can. It's such a serious decision to make. I'm glad that I'm off those streets. And I made the best choice for my life.
I'm glad.
And the glow up is evident.
Glory
but
to God.
for you now, for people who are already in that situation, what can happen? There's something we always say. There is no marriage that cannot change, especially when the two people are committed to ensuring that it is so much better. Come for counseling. We can help you see it better. For those of you who are in the dating stage, still come for counseling so you can see better. In fact, we can help you see the things that you might not be able to see well enough.
Very
Yeah,
true.
and it's an unbiased source. We don't know either of you, and we can point out, okay, this is what you need to work on. This is what you need to get better.
I mean, based off our experience from
Yeah.
being married and just counseling people, we are able to see the areas that need improvement. You are able to get objective insights into this. Never go into marriage blind.
Yeah.
Make sure you seek counsel. And if you're in a bad marriage, seek counsel as well.
Yes.
There's no marriage that cannot become good if the people in it are committed to making it work. It
Yeah.
can work.
It can work.
It
can
can
get
work.
better. Can get better. So this narrative that, oh, marriage steals your glow. Please, let's dead it.
Marriage has heightened my glow. Hey, guys, glow up. Oh my
Please,
God.
let's kill it
my
dead
glow up
in the water.
Multiplied.
Let's kill it dead in the water.
Multiplied.
Let's kill it dead in the water. And as men, we have to take the responsibility of ensuring that our wives are all God has called them to be.
Yeah.
That's what God has called us to. Our first and primary responsibility are our wives. And you know, I usually say that my wealth and riches is my wife and children. First of all, my wife. Like, when people see my wife, like, you know, sometimes I just remember how some guys will come and be asking you out. Like, maybe we go out and some guys, like, I'm just not there, or I'm sitting down a little bit far, and some guys will try to be toasting you, and then they will be shocked when two children come around you. Like, they're your children. Or they find out that you have two children. They're like, you're married, you have two children, you're looking like this. Yes, because I invest in my wife. There are people who have two children that don't look like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because no one is investing in them to ensure there are women who are married whose light, like this lady said, whose light is dim. Because if your light is going to shine, if you are going to glow, your husband has to be actively invested. If your husband is just focused on himself, I'm sorry, but it's going to go down.
And this is not just about money. It's not just about money.
Not just about
because when we got married,
well, like I said, I married potential, but it has paid off. It has paid off.
Yeah, so it's not just about money. It's about character, solid character, and somebody who knows where they are going.
Exactly.
Somebody who is going to do the right thing, no matter what happens.
Someone who genuinely cares for you and is looking out for you. Someone who is willing to be selfless, to put your needs above their own.
Yeah.
And you should be willing to do that as well. That's what will make both of you thrive and glow and grow in marriage.
Yes, so important. So I hope with these few points of ours, we're able to convince and not confuse you that marriage glow up is possible. And marriage does not steal your glow.
And we are the testimony.
Yes.
Yeah, as in, look at this glow. Look at this glow. Please
look at that.
like, share, subscribe. See you in our next video.
Yes. Bye, guys.